Hey, what's up? Today I'm gonna be reviewing this right here, prototype number one. This came out in August of 1993. It's published by Malibu Comics. This is a company that used to exist back in the 90s, and I believe Marvel bought it off and didn't do anything with the characters. Basically, from what I hear, they just wanted them so that DC wouldn't get them. And once they had it, they didn't want to get their good writers or get good storylines to these characters they didn't create because I guess a certain percentage, I don't know how that works, but something had to go back to the creators of these characters. So Marvel's like, why do that? Why waste our time building them up and making these other people money when we just keep building up our own characters that we already own? So they basically set them up for failure on purpose, from what I understand. That's just a little backstory on what happened to this company, Malibu. But yeah, so this prototype number one, this is basically about this young guy, he's a teenager, he's Hispanic, he's working for this company named Ultratech. They built a suit for him. They fired the old guy that used to work here, whatever. And I guess they wanted to do like a youth movement with the company, and they had a new, basically Iron Man type of suit. They had a new prototype. They're like, we're gonna use a new one, and we wanted to start over with a new, younger guy. Okay, so this starts off with the original prototype is Bob Campbell. He's going around pulling stunts, working for the company, whatever, and he gets injured at work. His arm just totally gets like blown off while he's wearing the suit. He thought it was just gonna be like a dry run for practice, and something went wrong with the machines. Shit happens, and they put him down like a horse, at the Kentucky Derby, if a horse gets injured, they put him down, get rid of him, get some new horse, right? So that's basically what they do. They treat him like an animal, piece of meat, whatever, replace him. Kind of gets into like office politics with the big corporations. The two top execs are this guy Mr. Leland and Miss Major. And the way they're hinting at here is that I don't know, maybe this wasn't exactly an accident. You feel me? It's like, shady shit goes down behind the scenes when you're dealing with big corporations. And they also get this unexperienced teenager to to replace them, and they get a new suit. And they're like, "Oh, we want you to try out the new prototype we have, and it's more advanced, lighter, faster, better weapons on it, whatever." So this conference was a disaster. The kid doesn't know how to manage the suit completely, doesn't know all the controls or whatever. He crashes. It's a bust. So they're like, cancel the show, cancel the show. Everybody saw that. They're panicking. Are we going to lose investors and so forth? To make matters worse, the former employee, Bob Campbell's there. He's protesting, oh, why was I unfairly fired? This company, complaining about the company, basically. So he's there doing that. Then this beast shows up, this mutated person, whatever. And the execs are like, wait a minute, maybe it's not a complete bust. Send us the kid in the suit back out there to fight this monster. If he beats him, then the suit will redeem itself, and so will the company. And these execs are just putting this young teenager in danger. They just saw him not knowing what he was doing, and now they're gonna put him up against a dangerous villain or mutant or whatever, right? Not caring about what happens to him, just what they care about. All right, so there's a little bit of a spoiler. The way the issue ends, this villain somehow we find out he also used to work for he's another disgruntled employee from Ultratech. So somehow I guess they turned him into this monster, and he was coming back for revenge for the to the company. And during the scuffle, Prototype is losing. Something happens, and this guy ends up dead. Not Prototype, but the villain. And we kind of see a shadow. We don't know who did it, but everybody thinks Prototype killed him. So they're like, oh, this guy killed the bad guy. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? The issue ends there. So that was pretty cool. Leaves it open for interpretation. A lot of questions are asked. Who did this? How are the people gonna respond? Because this happened in public. Like, are they gonna see him as a hero or as a vigilante? Or as far as pros, I enjoy the kind of shows how big corporations, how they choose people up, spit them out. You know, you got your disgruntled employees, how you see what leads people. Sometimes they leave a company and why they leave bitter, or why they have something against their former employee, or place of business or whatever. And this kind of shows you why they do that sometimes, because the way things happen, or the way they were treated there, or the way they were let go. So it touches on all that stuff of, office politics and corporations, and how, business partners can just screw each other over and take over the companies. This was a kind of more about the business side of things, behind the scenes of this company, more than it was about our actual hero. But yeah, if you read this before, if you read this back in the days, post your comments. Let me know what you thought about it, or if you've read any other Malibu titles, if you maybe want to recommend one. Post it in the bottom. Also, I'll be doing a review of issue 2 later on, and when I upload that, I hope you check that out as well. And let me know what you think about that one. And I guess that's all I got for today, and I'll check you guys out next time.